You're going to bring the foot up to the chamber, and the other knees, the legs are going to be bent just a little bit. You're going to bring the foot up to the chamber, kick with a ball foot kick to the groin, and you're snapping. Ich, ni, sop, su, go, ro, such, hutch, kyuk, jo, zaw. The reason you're doing this is one thing is you're strengthening this front leg while you're exercising with your kick. But free fighting situation, oftentimes you just use what's called niko achidachi, or cat stance, where most of your weight's on the back foot, weight's off the front foot mostly, and then you would kick from the ground to the groin. Also, if you want to kick, front kick to, let's say, the upper area, and you want to get a little bit more distance, rather than coming here and having your hips squared like this, like you might if you were just kicking to the groin, what you want to do as you come forward with the kick, you want to thrust the hips under, and you're going to get about how about a half foot, 6 more inches or so, with this foot still being here. In other words, instead of doing this like you would kick to the groin, if you're going to kick to the upper, a little bit upper from here, up into the midsection area, lower midsection area, what you do is roll the hip under and do a thrusting action. You get about 6 more inches, again, than if you're right here. Now for the application. Simple position here. A man comes to start to fight you, and you've got your weight on the back foot, very little weight on the front foot. The man starts to fight you, starts to come in at you, and you kick. You can kick to the groin, or you can kick to the midsection. Now, if you were just wanting to come into him, in other words, if I was back here, standing sideways, and he started coming at me, I want to come into him, I would thrust my hip forward, gives me about 6 more inches than if I were to just do this. Notice it. See, I'm already past here by thrusting the hip forward. This, if I want to just come in and attack the man. Also keeping the hands up here with your shield. Very simple blocks. You just come in like this and block. Kyukyu is required for the Kyukyu belt, which is a white belt with 1 green stripe, Goju karate. First is a side snap kick. It's low to the knee area. Bring right foot up, snap in and down, right foot up, snap in and down. You're going to curl the toes up just a little bit as you do this. It's a low kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, next is side thrust kick. Moving yoga-giri. You're going to step behind, step back and down, step, side thrust kick, down, step, side thrust kick, down. You're stomping into the man. You can go back towards the back part of the heel. Application of the snapping yoga-giri. As your opponent comes in to punch you, snap to the leg. Now I'll go a little faster. Okay, comes in, snap. Open palm block. It's just a very simple block that you can do. Again. All right. Your side thrust kick. Now this is a very simple one to do. You step behind with the left foot, and when you come up like you're going to heel the man in the groin. But instead of doing that, you come up, the right knee goes out, and you stomp. So it looks like this. Slow motion. Up, out, stomp. As the man comes in to punch you, you step in and stomp. Okay? Again. All right. Washigiri is a roundhouse kick. You can do it with the instep, or you can do it with the ball of the foot. Right now we'll do it with the instep, be to the groin area. Ich, ni, so, si, go, ro, sich, hutch, kill, jill. Left foot, instep, ich, ni, so, si, go, ro, sich, hutch, kill, jill. For the roundhouse kick, a lot of people in karate will, when they throw this roundhouse kick, they'll bring their foot out too far, parallel to this line, too far out. That's too easy to see, and it's too easy to stop. When you're kicking the groin, your back foot should be back about a 45-degree angle, and this front foot should also be back at a 45-degree angle rather than up this way to a 45 to the front, because if you have to take the time to turn it, that's a split second. All right, the application would be, a lot of men that come in at you are open in the groin area. And if you will come along the knee, rather than the foot coming out here, come along the knee, you'll be right into the groin area. In other words, here's the way not to do it. This comes out too far. All right, the way to do it is the man starts coming to punch you, you come right up the knee. Okay, now, as I throw the kick and I do it the wrong way, you go ahead and block when I do it the wrong way. See, it's too easy to stop. But if you do it the right way, you come from low, don't bring it up too high, you get right on the groin. All right, now, next application here is for a roundhouse kick to the midsection. As the man comes in at you, you bring the foot up and out, and you're going to kick with the ball of the foot in the midsection. Bring the leg up and out. You bring the leg up and out. And you can do a replacement step. If you want to hop in here, and throw it up. You can either hit the midsection, or you can hit below the belt. Now, next, roundhouse kick. This time, it's going to be coming up here. Obviously, you can't always get up that high. The man's not always open there. But if he is open there, if he's standing here like this, if he doesn't have his hand up here, which he should, but if he's got it down here, and he's got this line open, and he's coming into you, you move here and you come straight up this line, and you go right for the throw. All right? See? So simple. Here. Right through the open area. Blocking, what you want to do is you want to cover your upper, middle, and lower area. It's very simple. It's got Jodan area, which is the upper area, the Shudan area, which is the middle area, the Gedan area, it's the lower area. You have Jodan block. You bring the right hand over, and it's also it's a closing door block, and then a Jodan block covers the upper area. Show the applications of these in just a little bit. Right hand comes over, up and block, the other hand comes down. This is overdone. Like you put leg weights on to run, then you take the leg weights off. When you get to the fighting situation, which I'll show you in just a little bit, you elide the movements. That means you smooth them out. They're not as angular as you see here. It's the Jodan area block. Cover your upper area. Now your middle area, Shudan area, they'll Shudan fan block. Over and block. Let me tell you what, here's what not to do. Let's say a lot of styles do this. They'll come out and they'll throw this block and they'll pop it way out here. Well, this is too open. You're leaving your midsection open down here. And you throw the block, you want to make sure that it's coming to close this area. As you're moving away from the man, you don't want it to be doing this. Be open here. You want it to cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Closing door block covers the middle area. Bring the right hand up behind the head, left hand over. And this, the hand that's coming over is also blocking. So you're doing a double block really for a middle Shudan fan block area and the closing door block. Come back over. Left hand up behind the head, right hand across chest, close the door. Right hand up behind the head, block. Left hand up behind the head, block. Right hand up behind the head, block. Left hand up behind the head, block. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Get on block, covering the lower area. Now you're going to start studying what's called shikodachi. This is just to develop the strength in the lower leg, and also there's free fighting applications later. Your get on block is over down again. Act like you're reaching up to grab a rope, and your rope is tied to the other hand, and you've got a bar up here. And as you pull the left hand down to block, the right hand's going to come up chamber. Right hand comes up, pull her up, block. Left hand comes up, block. Again, it's overdone. For exercise purposes, real fighting situation, you will elide the movement. That means to smooth it out. Let's get on block. Next is the Shudo block. The Shudo is the side of the hand. Coming up just like in a Jodan, except you're going to come 45-degree angle. 1, right, 2, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. All right. The Jodan area, when you're covering the upper area, and this punch is coming at your face, I'm going to show you several applications. Again, in the movement, you're coming up this high. Now, if you were going to throw a punch at my face, the one movement that you would do like this, rather than eliding the movement or smoothing it off, would be if I was going to drop low and throw a Shudan punch to his solar plexus. In other words, as he comes in to throw the punch at me, I'm here and here, right there. Okay, all right. In he comes to throw the punch. Okay. Next application is as he comes to throw the punch. Okay, I come up here, catch here, bring it down here, back knuckle strike. Again, it's blocking up and over, and the right hand coming up, bring it down, back knuckle strike. It's just like this. He throws a punch. Whoa! Right. Now, eliding the movement. In other words, if I'm just walking around out here, guy throws a punch at my face. Throws a punch at my face. It's very simple. It's a very quick movement. Again, he throws a punch at my face. And from there, once you block, you do circular movements, just whatever comes next, whatever flows naturally. Some of these techniques you'll learn as we go up the line, but right now, you're going to see me do some fighting applications with them. All right, next is Shudan block. Your basic Shudan area here is your middle area. As he throws a punch to my midsection area, I'm going to angle it here. I'm going to catch right here. Now, if you catch hard enough, you can hurt his arm. In other words, he's throwing a punch in my stomach, so rather than reach out at it, I let him come to here. So yeah, I'm not trying to catch it. He might get past me. But if I stay here and he comes to it, then I catch it. If he's a punch here, I come in, and I snap on the arm. I'll do it over here from slow motion. As he throws the punch here, you catch, you snap. Okay? Now, just a simple block for a man throwing a punch in my midsection. Let's say he's going to throw a punch with this hand. It's very easy, just like this. But remember what I told you? Do not do this. Why? Because if I do that, it's easy for him to come in here and catch me right there. Especially if I block and then he grabs me and holds it up. See, he's got me. But if I do this, as he throws this, if I block and step to the side, I've got his line of fire and I can move it on him and throw a roundhouse kick, which is what you learned earlier. So again, he throws the punch, and you're over, and you're to the side, out of the way, and you get your reverse punch in. Very simple movement. All right, next, closing door block. Now, as he comes to throw a punch in my midsection, whether it's either hand, it makes no difference. I don't care which hand he throws. If he throws this one, I close the door this way. All right? See, I'm closing the door. All right? Then follow the back knuckle strike. Or if he throws this punch here, and I catch it here, I'm going to throw it over and come in and strike. So again, slow motion, as he throws the punch this way, block, strike. Or he throws the punch this way, block, strike. And I catch and grab, I hook. Anytime I come in, if I come in here, I hook over this way. If I come here, I hook over this way. Watch it again, slow motion. If I block it, here I'm hooking. Taking to the side, coming back up and shielding with the hand so he can come back on me and hit me in the face. All right, double closing door block. This is an arm breaker. In other words, the guy's committing himself to hit you in the face, let's say with the right hand. All right, whichever hand he's striking with. If it's his right hand, then I'm going to come to his wrist area with my right hand. If it was his left hand, I would come to his wrist area with my left hand. So, as he throws the punch at my face, I come and break. It's very simple. You step to the side, it's a 1-2 movement, quickly. He throws a punch at my face. Ah! The next is block for the gate on area. Gate on area being your groin area, your lower belt area. Let's say, for instance, that a man is going to throw a kick, all right, to here. It's very simple. You just move back and out of the way with a hooking block. Again, as you take it and you can hook it. Another little simple application is this. As he throws that kick, and as you step back, hook, block, catch, you come up underneath the groin. It's a very easy movement to do. All right, again. Right in the groin. Always coming up and shielding. So anytime you move in on somebody, especially with a kick, you don't want to move in like this and have this open. When you move in, like I moved, block, and I moved in, block, I moved in, shielding. Always having that forward hand up there in front. So you make him, if he's going to come at you, you make him have to go around that hand. Because if you've got it down here, you don't have to go around the hand. Then he's got a split second. But if you make him go around it, you've got some time to do some blocking. Now watch, slow motion. Jodan, Jodan. Shoot on, shoot on. Gate on, gate on. Closing door, closing door. Jodan, closing door, gate on. These are just different ways of covering that area. Now, if I'm just standing here, I don't know which hand he's going to throw. You're going to be doing double blocking. It's very simple. Double shoot on fan blocking. Double Jodan blocking area. Double gate on blocking area. Double closing door. All right, let's just say, for instance, a guy in the street, he's going to come at me. He's going to throw a punch. Now keep in mind, you're just learning basically the blocks now. I'm not doing a lot of counters. You're in a place right now where you need to learn the basics of the blocks. Then we get into some counters, the punches just a little bit. All right, I'm out here in the street. The guy's going to come and try to hit me, okay? Go. Whoa. Very simple, like shoot on, fan block, shoot on, fan block. Another thing too, if you're blocking, if you're taking a man from here to your outside, when you do that, you're covering this area. As he throws this punch here, what you do is you snap down on it. You just don't block and let it drift out here because it's too easy for him to recover it. As he throws the punch, you're going to come here, and snap down. See? Watch. Jodan punch is to the upper face area, the Jodan area, right between the eyes, or you can hit the man on the end of the nose, or you can hit him in the throat. It's your left hand out, right hand chamber. Again, this is just a training drill, and your right elbow is going to come by your muscle here, latissimus dorsi muscle. As you come out, then you turn the fist right at the last. So left. You don't want to come out like this. This is what you don't want to do. Is bring this elbow out here so they can see it. As you're throwing the punch, it's too easy to see that, make a 1-2 movement out of it, where it's easily seen as a 1-2 movement. You want to have the elbow come by the lat muscle, Jodan punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoot on. Solar plexus area. Again, the elbow is coming by the lat muscle, because it's just like if you're doing this and you throw this punch, whether it's up here or whether it's here, you don't want this elbow to lead out like a lot of people do. They go like this. You don't do that. You want to have the elbow come by the body. So if it's jodan, if it's shudan, it's here, not here. It's harder to see, it's harder to stop. Again, this is just for exercise purposes, doing it straight on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the get-on punch, which is the lower belt area, left hand out, right hand chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another thing you're noticing is at this point, I'm now leaning. A lot of times, a student will learn to throw a punch and they'll lean into the punch and they're not trained to lean yet. If they lean too much, somebody can take them, throw them down. Whereas if they throw the punch with the body upwards right at the beginning, you don't have as much chance of throwing you to the ground with a takedown movement. Next, a three-part punch. Left hand out, right hand chamber. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's 1 jodan, 2 shudan. And you want to get to where you can move faster with this. The other thing is when you're throwing that punch to the air, when you're not hitting anything, you don't want to hurt your elbow. So as you throw this punch, you keep the elbow bent just a little bit, and you're going to corkscrew that hand. It's going to come just like this. One of the things about the hand, I want to show you this right now, is you want to roll those fingers in, those little fingers down at the back end, then pull these two in, and as you can see, like the Goju fist that I have here, or the one back of me, you have a descending line on the fist. You do not want the fist to be like this, because if you have it like this, and you hit somebody like that, you're probably going to break it down here. You want to have it on a descending line. Okay? So it's 1 to the jodan, the three-part punch, 2 to the shudan. Alright? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, hach, kyo, ju. Next is shudo to the collarbone. We're going to have the applications of this in just a moment, all of these. But you're going to bring your right hand back, keep your thumbs in, and you act like you're grabbing a sledgehammer, like this. And then as you come down with that imaginary sledgehammer, you're going to strike with the right hand. Same way on the other side. Your hand's going to come back, you act like you're grabbing a sledgehammer, like you're coming down. Oh man. You're striking with the knife edge of the hand. It's called shuto. Now just don't keep the hand real tight and tense while you're doing the movement. Right at the point of impact is when you tighten up the hand. In other words, as I strike the man, my hand's loose back here and I whip it down, and then right at the point of impact, I shoot this little finger out, tighten this muscle, and then loosen it back up right after I've hit him. So it's like a whip. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyo, jo. Next, shoot over the temple, block, strike to the temple. Again, you don't tighten up the hand until the point of impact. All right. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyo, jo. Notice this, it's a hook block, very simple. Next going to be shuto to the side. So I throw the blocks, he comes in, strike to the side. Of course, I would be standing sideways rather than straight on. It's easier for you to see it though, as I stand straight on. All right, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, shich, hach, kyo, jo. With the hand that's in the back, all right? Let's say a man squares off to fight you, all right? Now, in this position, I'm going to teach you mirror image at this point. We'll do cross mirror image in just a moment. Mirror image is just like you're looking in a mirror. Now, I'm going to throw a punch to the jodan area. You can either turn the fist, gives a little spin on it, a little extra speed. You either do that here, or you can do a vertical punch. And don't turn it all the way over. Still striking with the first two knuckles. So you're striking with the first two knuckles, regardless of whether you do it this way or whether you do it this way. But I'm going to do a combination of blocks, like for instance, a closing door block, closing door hooking block, and strike to the jodan area. Now, as the man comes into me, as he comes to throw his punch, I grab, strike. Again, slow motion as he comes to throw the punch, I grab, strike. Now, if his hand, it's all obvious to all of us that he's going to be holding this somewhere in here before he hits you. The other thing is if you watch the man's solar plexus, you can notice everything in your peripheral vision from there. If he makes a step with that foot first, which most people do, he just told you, and he has his hand up here 99 times out of 100, he just told you he's going to hit you with that hand. So, when you see him, when you're here, and you're watching the midsection, and you see that foot move, you know where he's going to be, and you know where you're going to be. You don't wait for him to throw the punch and say, oh, gee, I'm going to block it. You see the foot move out of your peripheral vision, boom! Then you step, block, strike, slow motion. And you can even go ahead, as he makes his step, you can even go ahead, come in, and grab the fist. Even if he's going to throw it fast at you, as soon as he makes his step, you come into it. Just that quick. So that what he's doing is, if he's making that step first, it's very obvious, to hit you, he's got to reach you. Most karate people, when they start to hit you, that foot's going to move, or their shoulder's going to move, and you're going to be already there with that block, with the joint strike. Now, you strike here to the meaty part of the face. You strike to the throat, or you can do a vertical punch here to the meaty part of the face, or to the throat. The other thing about a vertical punch is this. Now, if we were standing mirror image on this side, and instead of me blocking and coming and striking with this hand, let's say that I was going to strike to the jodan area with my forward hand. See? And I like to, rather than turn it over, I do that sometimes, but I like to do a vertical. But the difference is this. If you have about the same length arm as your opponent, and you start doing this, and you turn this fist over this way, and you come in here, see that? Look, if we got the same length, he just as apt to hit me as me hit him. But, if when you throw this punch, and you're ducking away here, see, again, you're watching the midsection, as he makes his step, you hit here, and you come here. But now, even if I was here, and I waited for him to make a step and to come to me, and I throw the punches, he's on here, look what happens if I do it vertically. It deflects the fist down here. Rather than if I turn it over, see, I haven't got anything in the way to keep him from coming in here. But if I move it here, see, I've got the man. Even if I just stay here and wait for him and go like this, if I have it straight up and down, rather than turn, see the difference? Big difference if you're in a real fight. Okay. All right, next. Difference, isn't it? All right, next is for the shoot-out area. A lot of people call this a reverse punch. You can do it with an uppercut position, snapping like this. That's uppercut shoot-on. Or seiken shoot-on. Seiken just means a front punch. Turn regular turning over, snapping punch. But let's say the man squares away to fight me here, and he comes and he throws a punch here. If I wait for him to come in on me, and he comes in on me here, I duck down and away in case he wants to try to hit me with the other hand. See, again, shielding with this hand. So he can't come in. So I hit here. Another thing too, you'll notice in Goju karate, in the stances, you'll notice a lot of this. A lot of the moving in and the over. Well, that goes to back what they call a Chinese bow in Kung Fu. This was a Chinese bow. Goju is shorten it up a little bit. But there's several applications that, other than blocking the groin, which is the natural movement here, as this man steps in and punches me, and I turn this foot in here, it's easier for me to come down and bring him to the side if I move the foot inward and down. See? Again, shield. This, you've seen this in karate, where they do, the Chinese do this. Okay? This means karate is my secret. It also means shield and sword. Hidden fist, karate is my secret. The shield and the sword. Strike, block, strike, block, strike, block. All right. Next is punch to the gate on area. That's what they call the below the belt punch. As this man comes in, when they throw the punch at me, I cover my block here, I strike. I'm striking low, right below the belt. It's one of the meanest places you can hit somebody. It's right in here. It's very, very dangerous to hit someone there. All right, again, slow motion as you come through the punch. Stop, side, strike to the gate on area. Now, the shudo. We're going to go shudo to the collarbone and or back of the neck, either one. But a man takes a stance sideways to you, like this. A lot of times, somebody's going to fight you out in the street. Not always, but a lot of times, they may have a jacket on, or they may have a long sleeve shirt. Even if they've got a short sleeve shirt, the principle still works the same. What you're going to do on this is you're going to slap. You don't, now think about this. When you grab somebody's clothes, you do not grab at the clothing. You don't think, I'm grabbing at the clothing. What you do is you grab at the arm, you slap the arm. You roll the fingers in, but you're thinking you're going to that arm. If you just think about just grabbing the clothing, a lot of times you won't get it, or you'll get your little finger caught up in the gi. If he pulls away, he'll hurt your little finger, or you get caught up in his clothes, what have you. But if you will take the finger, little finger, tuck it in here, and slap the body, then roll in. And when you roll in, drop your weight down so that you're not just using your arm muscle, but you're using your weight muscle, and shuto to the back of the neck. In other words, I'm standing here like this, the guy just going to throw a punch at me, I grab here, down, strike. It's a real simple technique. You can slap the arm, even back here as he takes a step, grab up, down, strike. Shuto. Okay? Next is a shuto to the temple. Again, as the man's coming in, a variety of blocks that I could use. Let's use the jodan and the hooking block as he throws the punch. Jodan hooking block and striking to the temple. It's a real simple movement, real easy movement. He throws the punch. 1, 2, strike. Okay. Next is going to be strike to the floating rib. Now, the technique I want to show you right now, I learned this from a man who had fought in a tournament, and he was a 3rd degree black belt, and he fought a 5th degree black belt. And this kind of technique I'm going to show you right now, this shuto, you can either be to the floating rib here, or it can be to the kidney. If you're going to the inside, if he's facing that way, it can be to the floating rib. Or if we're facing mirror image, then it can be to the kidney. It can work for a shuto, it can work for a hammer hand. Now the setup for this movement is this. Now the setup is this. A setup is where, for a split second, you get your opponent to think that you're going one place and you go someplace else. For instance, if I'm like this and he's leading with this with the left hand here, all right, and I go like that. Now when I do this, I throw both hands out. So I've got, see, the short and the shield, like it's a jodan. But now we're talking about shuto. Either shuto, right in this case, it's going to be to the kidney. If it was the other side, I could go shuto to the floating rib. But in this case, I go like this, and I just do it lightly, a couple of times. And I get the guy flinching. You figure maybe twice. See, what you want to do is, by twice, you want to set up a reactionary flinch with the guy. Okay, once. Okay, this I'm ready for again. Boom, twice. Try that one more time. That's what you want him to think. And you're going to create, hopefully, for a split second, what I call a little dead spot in there. That's a place at which he thinks he's got you figured for a split second. Then you pull the other one on him. Like this. Here's the uppercut. Go like this. Oh, and he starts flinching to block it, like you're going to go to block it, okay? Like he's going to go to block it. Ah! You shoot though, or hammer him. Again, I'm up here, getting him to try to block it. And then the third time I come out, I start to go for it. You got the man. Now if I'm on the other side, like this, okay? The man starts to kind of punch me. Again, you watch the solar plexus. As he makes his move, you're in. You don't, if you're going to watch his face, or you're just going to watch his feet, you're going to get your focus off. You're going to get it on the wrong thing. Fighting, your focus should be on the whole body. But watching that solar plexus, I see his initial movement. He sees feet's going to move. What he's doing is, he's telling me, 1, 2, this is third. That's the way most karate is. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay? So as I'm standing here, and he comes, I see the initial movement, boom, I go for it. I don't wait. Watch again, slow motion. And you can also come over and shoot off. So you got here and here. Anytime you move out of a man, you get close, you can come here, go here, circle around, you can do a ridge hand, shoot off. Should do that in just a moment. Okay. Escaping from a choke hold from the front, man grabs you for a choke. This is very simple. Give me a tight choke here. It's a very easy thing to do. Watch. And he's away. No matter, he can tie as he wants to. Tie as he wants to. And he's away. See? All right. Another break from a choke is a man has you grab for a choke. You bring his arms. Well, let me come around this way. Come around this way. All right. You grab here and you drop. At the same time, you come up on the arms. You're still getting grabbed here. This is all done very fast, but it's slow so you can see it. Knock down, back knuckle, grab the head, elbow, hammer hand in the midsection, and kick to the groin. All right, again, slow motion. Reach over, turn, drop down, up, down, back knuckle, grab the head, elbow, hammer hand to the groin, kick to the groin or the midsection, whichever. All right, again, let's do it slow motion. And here's your grab, wrap down, up, down, back knuckle, grab, elbow, hammer hand, kick. All right. Next, choke hold from the rear. We're going to do a slow motion. Let's go sideways here. Okay. Let's take it slow. You're going to roll down and under, block here in case he wants to knee lift you to face, like you're going to knee lift me to face. Okay, you got it. You strike to the groin. You spin all the way through, come around, take him down, and strike. And it's a spin through. See? Just watch how the neck moves right now. Won't even use the hands. But he grabs you. See, you roll through it and spin all the way out, and you're out. But when you go down, you want to make sure as you spin through, and you're going to step back like this, it's called Sachin stance, by your groin. You're not going to go out like that, but you're going to step back like this, strike, step through, grab, down. All right, watch again, slow motion. You got your grab, you duck the head down, you block. Strike, spin through, grab, take down, strike. The other thing is, when you're grabbing somebody's clothes, like I grabbed up here, you want to make sure, say we're this way, the way I grabbed him over there, instead of just grabbing at the clothing like this, a lot of times you won't get it very well. If he pulls away, he'll hurt your little finger. What you do is you want to slap the body, then roll the clothing in and spin it and drive. So it's like this. and you're taking him down with a body drop onto your arm. And you're not asking him to go down. This is asking him to go down. This is telling him to go down. So, remember that. Body grab from behind high. So a man grabs you, right on the top. You're going to, instead of, let me tell you what not to do. Do not step out here with the right foot when you do this. You want to make sure that you're not moving forward because you don't want him to equalize his balance by putting his right foot out. So what you do is, you put your left foot back between his leg and your right foot's still here. You bend your knees and you go straight down. It opens him up to get him with an elbow to the ribs. Watch it from the side. Slow motion, okay? All right, down just a little bit more, okay? Now, you step back with the left foot, down here, and boom. Also coming up to shield the other hand in case he wants to hit you in the face. All right, next, body grab from behind low, okay? Now, you're going to jump up in the air, and as you do, you're going to bring your right arm forward, and it breaks the lock. 1 and 2. 2 elbows, okay? Watch it again. You're going to jump up in the air, come into here, 1 and 2. All right, now, there's another way to do that if you didn't jump up in the air. I want to show you how powerful this move is. Okay, again, man grabs you. You just turn a little bit. You bring this right arm in here, come up on the fingers, break the lock, and again, you got the same motion. But it's like this. Catching it in here, break the lock, strike, and shield. All right, next one is about midway between high and low. Grab. You come up like this with your left hand hooking like a hanger, your right hand open here. Now, you're going to drop. You're going to go up and then drop low. As you do, you drop back out, bring the arm over here, close the door, do your arm break, and keep him down. Okay? All right, watch this again, slow motion. Got you about midway. You're going to hook upwards here as you jump up a little bit, hook down, step back, come around, and close the door. Position is very simple. You step forward with the right foot, you lean forward, you strike to the side of the neck, and strike to the groin. And you can also come up with an elbow. It's very simple. Strike the back of the neck, strike the groin, come with the elbow. Real easy movement. Okay, watch it again. Slow motion. Step out, step down, strike, strike, elbow. It's all natural. Wham, wham, wham. All right. Another escape for the hammer lock is, we go slow motion, is you're going to step away from the man. You're going to turn the right foot out. You step out, and as you do, you turn the hand and grab, and you kick and down. And of course, you can also follow up with another kick. Okay, again, the hammer lock. I'm going to show it from this side angle here. You step away, you hook his arm down, you kick, and close the door. You got him down. Okay. Escaping from the sleeper hold, you got to remember you haven't got very long to get out of that because they can put you out in about 2 or 3 seconds if they get your carotid sinus arteries cut off here. So when somebody puts you in a sleeper hold, you got to tuck the chin as they get you. You got to tuck the chin down into their arm, and then you got to hook up on their arm here, and then you jump up in the air and you drop. And you strike into the midsection. Now this is done from the side view, and we do a slow motion. You tuck here, they've got you grab. Now, you drive harder and faster this way than they do, but you're dropping on their arm. And when you drive up into here, coming off of this back foot, you're driving in. You're driving in. And this is a drive, torque, snap. In other words, the strongest part of your body is from here to here with your thigh. You can lift more this way than you can any other way with your entire body. So what you're doing here is you're doing a drive off of this back leg, and then you're torquing it into your back. And then the last thing is so it's a drive, torque, and snap to the midsection. So when you jump up and you come down here, you give a ki, karate yell, and drive upward into your opponent. This exercise is for blocking high and punching high. My partner's going to go on guard, and he's going to punch 3 times to my Jodan areas. He steps, punches, I step block, block, and counter. Now I go on guard, and he goes back. 1, 2, 3, and counter. Okay. All right, now as far as application is concerned, your high blocks, a couple of things here that you can do. Man standing sideways, mirror image, like you're facing this way. And say a man is going to throw a high punch to the face here, and you drop low and you strike this way. See, this Jodan punch, you can throw Jodan, or you can throw Shudan, or you can throw Gadan. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference. But one of the applications I like to do is that one, where I drop low, catch here, and strike. Another one is where a man throws the punch high, I block high, I come down with the elbow and strike to the Jodan. Again, watch, he throws it, 1, 2, 3. Okay? All right. Next is 3-point moving Shudan. All right? It's going to be 3 punches to the solar plexus, and then I'm going to do 3 mid blocks. Now keep in remembrance that when you do this block, you do not want to do this and leave a distance between here. So a lot of styles will do this. But what happens is, if you're doing this and the guy's punching, you're doing this, you're leaving this open where it should be closed. See, now he can't kick up in there. But here, he has a chance to kick up in here. Whereas here runs into your elbow. Makes a big difference when you're fighting. It's going to be 3 punches to the midsection. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Application for Shudan fan block is, well, say man's going to hit you in the stomach. Instead of you reaching out for it here with this hand and taking a chance on missing and him hitting you, okay? If I reach out and he gets past me, he hits me. Okay? What you're going to do here is you're going to keep it here like ball and glove. He hits you in the stomach, bam! And you come here, and as he hits, you want to catch it, and you want to snap the arm. All right? Again, he does a bunch of solar plexus. Snap the arm. And hooking, as you do, with a hooking action, this part right here. Hooking down. All right. And then the strike with it. Now, again, slow motion. He throws this punch. You catch here, and you strike to the floating rib. Now, the other thing, again, important point. If he throws a punch, he throws this punch here, and I go like this, he can come up here and get me with a kick right there. But if he throws that, and I block here, and then he comes with the kick to my side, he runs into my elbow. And I guarantee you, my elbow is going to be his shin any day of the week. Okay? Again, he throws the punch, he throws the kick, bam! Right down there. See? Okay.